Let's get a Peak Fitness in the logo and a little bit. Oh, this doesn't tell you the numbers on this bit. That's an issue.
What?
Can you go on your phone and see how many people are watching? Right, guys, we're going to let it build up because we've got some big reveals going on tonight. Hope everyone's ready and looking forward to the game tomorrow. Okay, I can see the numbers now. Okay, we're starting to get some people joining, but still not enough.
Yeah, I'm trying to fucking turn my volume up.
Guys, if you can share that we're going live, we've got some massive announcements. So the more people watching, the better. Remember, we are trying to raise money for charity. So the more people in on this, the better. Right. Going to start off. Obviously, the big day is tomorrow. First of all, we'll just touch on the fact that we're raising money for not only CALM, which is the campaign against living miserably. We're also raising money for young Zach. He's currently in hospital battling leukemia, and we want to do anything we can to help. Guys, the ones that are on, can you share this? Let's get the ball rolling a little bit. Yeah, obviously, we want to help Zach in any way we can, and tomorrow is going to be a big part of that. We are going to be showing the GB game in the bar. They're playing Germany, so we will be at the rink access to the bar from 3 p.m. Obviously, the games are going to... Everyone keeps asking. The tickets, the reason the tickets say 4 is because we want as many people there watching GB, supporting with the boys as possible. The actual face-off will be 6 p.m., the first game. It's going to be... Each team's going to play each other in a round robin, 15 minutes each. All running clock. Ice cart after 3 games. And the third versus fourth is going to be settled with a shootout because why not? Let's get some dangles going. Obviously the final, and then we'll have some photo opportunities and other little bits and pieces there for everyone to get involved. Post game, the guys that have own and loan jerseys, you'll be able to collect your own and loan. Not only that, we have the shirt auction. Now, we've had people messaging, asking about the auction. There is a lot of shirts up. I think we sold maybe 28 via own and loan. So we have at least 22 jerseys up for grabs. Just thought one thing, might as well get my man here. I'm joined by my podcast co-host. He's actually here. So I'm going to introduce Bandy. There he is.
Hey guys, how's it going?
I think we should show him the trophy. What do you reckon?
Oh, I think we should. Now, we made a bit of an error with it, in that you can't consume alcohol through it.
Yeah, it's got holes in it. You might show the people.
It's a pretty awesome trophy right there. So
apparently everyone thinks it's better than the league ones. So fuck you.
Well, at least it's got the right date on it.
Yeah, this one's actually got like 2019. We didn't get one from 2017 and then just give it to guys.
We'll reuse it next year though.
Yeah, we'll scribble it out. So charity game next year is going to be May the 11th. Right. Raffle prizes. Thanks to my boy Norman Pennington. Up for grabs, we have a massive hamper of food from IKEA. We also have a signed England, I believe it's cricket. So if you're into cricket, it's a signed Ashes winning team photo. We also have some tickets, 2 tickets to a gig at Wembley, and we'll tell you what that is tomorrow, because actually I don't know. Our DJ is called DJ Thunderpussy as well. I just thought I'd drop that in there because it's the best DJ name I've ever heard. So tomorrow, guys, when you turn up, what we're going to try and do, we are going to try and get everyone into the rink. So if you've got your tickets, please have them like easy for the girls. This isn't their job. They don't collect tickets. They don't do this on a regular basis. So if you can make it as easy as possible for them, that'd be fantastic.
Have them printed out or get them up on your phone, and then you'll get a stamp on your wrist. And that'll say you come in.
Yeah. After you got your stamp, obviously, please join everyone in the bar for the GB game. I think it'll be cool. We're looking to get some great content as well tomorrow. So there'll be a couple of cameras flying around. If you do not wish to have your picture taken, please email 4000account@gmail.com and just register the fact that you don't. Otherwise, we will take it that everyone accepts that we can take some content tomorrow.
Yeah, because there'll be we've got a professional cameraman who is pretty fucking sick at his job.
Two professional.
And we're hopefully going to have a drone flying around on the ice above the players to get some pretty sick footage there. So yeah, it'll be awesome. Also, Jamie, I don't really care that you've just eaten because I'm a good-looking guy. So fuck you.
Yeah, guys, just quickly. Obviously, we had a last-minute announcement that hasn't been touched on that much, but our boy Mac, he's falling apart. He thought he'd play football and be clever, and he's blown his knee out. He's now missing the game, and the thing is, turns out we've called up David Heath. Not a bad replacement.
Not a big deal.
Not a big deal. Guy's a beauty. Can't wait to get him in the locker room and hear some stories from him.
Also, Johnny McPosh voice. What the fuck is that, Mac?
Where are you seeing this stuff?
I've got the comments coming up on my phone.
Oh, okay. I can't see any of these comments. So if you are saying anything, guys, it's probably just Mac chirping. If you are saying anything, let me have a little quick look. If anyone has any questions, real quick, guys, fire them in because the plan tomorrow is...
Chalky, if I'm aiming for the drone, I'm not going to hit it. So I think the drone is probably going to be pretty safe.
I think Chalky might bump into it with his head. I think, guys, tomorrow, what we're going to try and do, we might close the access to the rink, apart from disabled, obviously, and have everyone go into the arena via the bar. That way you can give your tickets at the bottom of the stairs. Once you're in there, you're stamped. You can go in. It's going to make it very easy for us and for the girls that are going to be volunteering. Cash only tomorrow, please. We don't have a chip and pin machine. We don't have any of that. So if you need to buy tickets on the door, £10 for adults, £5 for kids, £25 for a family, which is 2 adults, 2 kids. The cut-off 16 for a child. We're not like an aeroplane. We're not fucking idiots. So if your kid's 16, it's still £5. We're trying to get as many people in there as possible. Bandy, how many tickets are we on? I wrote it down.
Can we do cards at the bar?
Yeah, cards at the bar is absolutely fine. You can give Planet Ice all your money thingy, but for the charities, we want cash only because, we don't have access to a machine. We're running something out of an account that I haven't used since I was like 12. So
correct change as well, preferably notes.
Yeah, if your ticket's a tenner, please come with be sensible. If anyone rocks up with 50, you're getting throat punched. Just
I got some 50s at the casino the other day.
Yeah, just make the girls' life easier. Wow, we've actually got some people watching. This doesn't normally happen.
Yeah. But we've done pretty well on tickets so far. We've sold 317 tickets already up front. If you want to buy your ticket online, please feel free. It would make our lives easier tomorrow.
C-tickets.
ctickets.com. Just search 4,000 and counting charity game at C-tickets. And it'll be the first link that comes up.
It's also on every single post at the moment. So if you're messaging us saying, where can we find the link to the ticket? You've probably already on our page. You've probably already read it. I would click that one. It's a good start. It does help. Guys, remember, we do have jobs and responding to the same messages all the time. It's very difficult. Quick one. We talked about bringing change. If you do bring change, we have 50-50 tomorrow. Again, 50% of the proceeds is going to the charities.
Louise Taylor, doors open at 2:50, 10 to 3 for the bar. And then the face-off is 6 p.m., as we said. Wally, I don't think we have sold Tel's card just yet, but we are working on it.
Yeah, if Auto Trader want to do a sponsorship, we're trying to sell cars for everybody, apparently.
Yeah, I'm trying to plug my
Bandies,
as well.
Tells, we're just
2007 Audi A6 all-road, 129,000 miles on it.
Drives like a dream. It's a beaut.
3-litre V6
Yeah,
turbo.
I just don't want to fill it up. Don't want to fill it up. Drives nice. Shirt off the back. So,
Jamie, shut up. No, you cannot pay card on the door.
If you was here, Mac, I'd stab you in the eye with this pen.
I'll just kick your knee.
Or that. You can't even get up anyway, you're hopeless. But let me try this again. Right, thanks to the guys up at Jersey 53, Ali, try that again. Ali and his boys, they've kindly donated a Kieran Long shirt for shirts off the back. Not only that...
So there will be 2, so you'll be able to buy one in the auction as well.
Yes.
You'll be able to bid on it. They will be game worn. So, up to you if you want to wash them or not. But all jerseys will be game worn, shirt off the back, and then another one that we're going to auction off as well. Yeah. So there are 2 stringer jerseys.
Everybody obviously loves stringers. We love him. Get involved. It's only going to be £1 a ticket, guys. Same for the 50-50. We might come up with some sort of deal over tonight's shenanigans and try and figure out some deals for the 50-50s, get people involved.
We'll see what the wine brings.
Yeah. What else was I going to say? Yeah, so we showed you the trophy. I just mentioned the fact that Ali Cree sorted us out. He has been in Czech Republic, right?
Yeah.
He is now went from Stansted and drove to Basingstoke. Let's bring him in. He's in my house. And do you know what? He's brought the jerseys right to my door. Can you get a better service than that? I'm going to get my fat head out of the way. I'm going to let Ali reveal the jerseys because, hey, why not? Here is what one we got.
I'm going to go first. You know the team, the guys that are on this team.
Guys, by the way, sorry, the lights in my kitchen, I think they were like caveman lights. They don't really work. But if you can see these jerseys in person.
Sort of back under the light.
Yeah, under the light. Look. Oh, man, that's so fucking sick. And the quality, guys, the quality is nice. It feels good.
They're game quality. They're not training jerseys.
I've literally just seen these for the first time, so look at the smile. Look at the smile. So happy. What else we got, Ali?
We've got the Canada sort of replica.
Yeah, that's
Best in
lovely.
the
as
World
well.
Championship jerseys.
Love it. Hope you guys are loving these jerseys. This is what are up for grabs tomorrow.
These ones are sick. Team Arms.
Oh, look at them.
They are
Oh,
naughty.
they're naughty shirts.
The best on the South Carolina replication.
By the way, look at that. Nick Rothwell is going to be on the ice tomorrow, guys. When was the last time he was on the ice?
Sky Sports.
Yeah, he was on Sky Sports with a smoke. Can't remember who it was.
And this is the Winnipeg Jets aviator jersey
nice.
replica. It's a little bit darker, and sorry, Flatsy, about the name spelling there.
We actually do have
that
one with the right spelling now because apparently let's not let the dyslexic guy fucking write the names down for the shirts.
Also,
So Flats,
massive shout out
my
to
bad, mate.
Paradigm Global as well. Massive shout out to the sponsorship there on all the jerseys across the front.
Guys, if you check them out, fantastic company ran by great people, and obviously they step right up to the charity. Do you know what else Ali did? He waived the shipping. So the shipping is really expensive to get shirts here very quickly. He kindly donated that. He's donated the shirt off the back, amongst another couple of things.
And yes, Jockey, blue is the best. Mac, no, you can't burn my jersey because it's already been owned and loaned. And at least I'm able to skate in the game, you prick. And is Mac injured from carrying the podcast the whole way? To be honest, I think it's Watty that's really carrying the podcast.
Yeah,
he's the Iron Man.
I just took the word out of my mouth. I don't have days off. It'd be nice to have some sleep, though. It'd be great.
Well, I had to fucking drive to Munich and back for a 2-hour meeting. That's
Right.
why I missed the last pod.
Guys, I'd love you to get involved. No, I think this is turning into a bit of a live podcast here.
Yeah. Also, Chucky says, I have a GB shirt that you can auction. I brought out a shirt auction before. That would be.
I was going to say, it's not your GB shirt. When did you?
That would be absolutely awesome. Anything we can do to help raise money for this cause, that would be fantastic.
Chalky, legend.
Absolute legend. Thank you, Chalky. Sorting out the sponsor as well. Absolute beauty. McElroy, you can't skate, Bandy. I know that, and everyone else fucking knows that. Good shirt, bud.
Yeah, we've seen it tonight. Do you know what, actually?
Original content, please.
Bandy looked better than he did last week.
Well, that's
Bandy?
I've skated in fucking 6 weeks.
He's ready for New Zealand. He's coming for you. He's going to be a sniper. Right.
6 sauce down the middle today. As well.
Just wondering, guys, who saw the statement this week from Planet Ice? Anybody? Has anybody seen the follow-up statement? Because obviously we want to talk about it on the podcast, but we're not really too sure what's going on.
Wally, is that 50 quid goes to charity if Chalky heel picks tomorrow?
Ali, have you seen anything of what's going on with this Elite League thing? Like, it's very, very bizarre for Planet Ice. And by the way, thanks to Planet Ice for hosting tomorrow. But it's very bizarre for them to come out and basically call out the Elite League. What do you think?
Hey, John Tweedy.
What do you think is going to happen there?
Yeah, it's a bit of a interesting one, like the knock-on effect for the Elite League. I think, the sad thing is, I think, we're just about for GB to go into a massive, massive week, probably one of the biggest weeks in my lifetime of ice hockey, and I think...
it's very exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think, the sad thing is we don't want to take away from that and everything that's going on there, and I think, hopefully everything can sort itself out and we
Yeah.
can. It can all get sorted, you know, because I say you wouldn't want to knock on effect.
Well, nobody's winning in this situation. I don't understand what they're trying to do. I really hope that the Elite League doesn't end up with 9 teams because we're trying to build and give.
But also, what's the situation like behind the teams? Does Planet Ice own them, or are they just going to like renege their contracts and?
I'm not entirely
out?
sure. You'd probably have a better idea. Do Planet Ice own the teams or just the rinks?
What's Planet Ice doing getting involved anyway? Like they're selling the ice time to the Lightning. Why do they need to make a statement? Because
I really don't know, but I actually think, just from a personal perspective, look, I'm going to have to start giving Cliff some shit at some point because I'll keep pumping his tyres. But if you look what the man's doing down in Milton Keynes, he's doing a great job and he's bringing some people in. So, guys, I know we've got a lot of Milton Keynes fans who follow the podcast and the fans as well. Fucking get behind Cliff and the boys because he deserves it. He's worked hard to get to where he's got. I'll tell you what, while we're here, let's talk a little bit of Sheffield because we don't really get a northern perspective very much.
Shout out to Tim Smith, absolute beauty.
We're gonna let Ali defend the North here because we fucking give it to him a little bit on the podcast. Obviously, being all Southerners, what do you expect? You're up there.
So Sean Nixon says Planet Ice should keep their noses out. It's between LPH and EIHL. PI only give the ice time out. I completely agree with you. And yeah, Max.
Can you explain the abbreviation because I don't know what it is?
I don't know what LPH is.
No,
Let's Play Hockey. That's the one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Check you out. Stuff.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think if you're selling the ice time to someone and they're renting it off you, you're selling a service. Like, keep your fucking stay in your lane, do your job. That's what you're there for. But if they're part owners or whatever, we don't entirely know. But shout out to Jaden Skipper. I'll see you on the 4th of June.
Can we get into this one?
Sorry. Yeah.
Right. let me just ask Ali a couple of questions. We've obviously over the course of the last 15 weeks or however long we've been running. We respect a lot of the players in the North, but we kind of take the piss a little bit because we look at Sheffield, Hull and Telford and they're winning 19-1. We want to know what is the real deal. You're up there. You see it. What's happening?
Yeah, so, you know, it's been hard when the email came in, you know, and said the league was being dissolved, the EPL, you know, it was a bit of the unknown.
Sorry, Ali. I'm just being absolute special.
There you go.
It was, quite the unknown. So, it was a bit of a grin to tense time, you know, the first year. It was kind of as we planned. But then credit to the teams. I really felt last year, you know, Solway were fantastic in the North, you know. And
do you think having guys like Hutchie makes a
just
big difference?
You know, like as much as like people laugh at Kyle Horn, you know, like Kyle Horn.
Was Horny there?
Horn played, you know, with the season before, you know.
Guys, if you've never seen Kyle Horn play, it's kind of difficult to explain. He's not the prettiest of he's not the prettiest of guys. He's not the prettiest of hockey players either. But he is one of, if he's in the top 5 best British D-men ever, in my opinion. He's
as a kid, that was like I heard a story of him hitting a cow over a puck or something.
Yeah, like
it's the Scotland session.
I reckon his old man can bench press 2 fucking bulls at the same time. If you don't know, like Horny's dad was like the biggest fife legend ever. Absolute beauty.
Del Nello, you're right. Well, he is a shocking cameraman. So we'll keep him away from the cameras tomorrow.
Eat that, Del. I'll see you tomorrow. But no, let's keep talking to Ali because I'm intrigued. So who's going to be coaching for you guys up there next year?
Yeah, so Ben Morgan's back,
yep.
Which, you know, I'm really pleased about. His single kind of tagline is honesty in application, and that's kind of, if you know Ben Morgan, that's him through and through.
Oh, I know Morgs, he's a great guy.
And you know, we've
he's jacked as well, eh?
Yeah.
By the way, ladies, check out Ben Morgan on on Facebook if you want to creep.
He's like the opposite of this.
Yeah, he's got like actual muscles where they're supposed to be. Bandy's got them; they're there.
They're just hidden by the keg.
Yeah, so you know, it's tough for us. Like we live in the shadows of the Steelers, obviously being in Sheffield, and you know, we are trying to do a bit of work together with them and connect up, and
I've never understood why there was a lack of connection there, because I get the different leagues, I get the different organisations. You guys could chuck a puck from your rink and fucking land it in theirs. What? Why? It's a perfect kind of connection in my view.
Yeah, I think you know, it will come. I mean, Steelers operations like
massive. Yeah, it's massive.
And they've got so much stuff going on all the time, and we have to respect that. And we would.
Can you get some kids through? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, there's kids coming through. Even we've got a prospect program that runs every Tuesday.
Perfect.
We've got 12 kids that train with the first team.
Guys, by the way, can you listen to this? If you own a club, run a club, if you're involved with it, this is the kind of things that we need to be doing. So it sounds like Sheffield are doing fantastic things. Can you please just take note? And actually, it's fine hearing it, but fucking listen to it. It's a massive thing. Carry on.
The 12 kids, so like the next one, we'll never take a claim on these guys, So the next guy to come through the ranks, Alex Graham, played with us last year, turned 16, played in Solihull, got a point. After that, he got a point per game, pretty much,
I heard this weekend. By the way, I'm not very happy with you, Southwest 17s. You need to be better next year. He scored 6 goals against the Southwest.
Yeah.
8-2 win. The kid scored 6 goals.
Yeah.
At conference. A fucking 45-minute game.
Yeah.
I've never scored 6 goals in a season.
I don't think he scored 6 goals. That guy scored 6 goals in like 2 periods of hockey. So obviously, did he play a bit with you guys last year?
No. So he's kind of came back on the scene. He went away, to US. He played there for a bit. But again, this is what I'm saying.
I haven't actually seen him, so what's he like? I saw him when he was a kid.
He's got good vision, his hands, sick hands, good shot, he skates well. I mean, again, we're not taking a claim for this. He played at Bradford actually for quite a while. So after Sheffield Juniors, he moved to Bradford.
But you don't have to be modest because I get being modest. I'm quite a modest person, but at some point you do have to go. We played a part in this kid's fucking development.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's the bigger picture is
it's you played a part of it though. You played a part, and that's all it takes, guys. If you can take something if you play for Sheffield, if you can take something from Sheffield and you learn, and then you end up in Bradford and then you learn, and then you go to Steelers and you learn. Every single time, it's making you a better hockey player. So this is what we want to do. We want to develop the kids in our country. Right now, I can't wait to watch GB. But how fantastic would it be if you look, 1994, we had a 24-man roster. We had 15 dual nats.
We've got 4 this year?
This year, we have 5 dual nats.
5.
No, 5. Imagine if we get into these programs all over the country, in the next 10 years, imagine having no imports. How fucking great would that be for our country?
In the top level as well. And it is possible. I think a lot of it comes down to players individually going down their path that they feel is right.
You got to put the work in, boys. It doesn't just happen.
Yeah, you've got to put the work in. But similarly, there are times when you're in a team, in a system, and you're there because you've always played there, but you're not going to get the shot and opportunity. If you want to progress, sometimes you have to go elsewhere.
Hashtag Ali Band, Haringey, 4 Flying Duster. Is that what you meant?
Hey,
sorry,
I've been paid to play hockey, right? So.
Yeah, guys, that's also, if you're young, try and get paid, man. Don't be afraid to ask because the owners ain't going to offer you it. Look at this. Look at the head down. No, but in all seriousness, though,
Did you see the size of his wallet? He was getting jerseys out. I think he fell out. It's just 50s.
Dropped his wallet. He's left a hole in my car park. No, in all seriousness, let's go back to the Sheffield talk. I saw something today, or maybe yesterday on Instagram. One of my favourite teammates ever. I played with him in GB a little bit in Basingstoke. Greg Wood's got the itch. He's got the itch, man. How do you feel about the Wood dog? I love him.
I seen that last night. I was actually going to message him because I was like, does that mean it's the return? But then, again,
Greg Wood.
Greg Wood.
Yeah,
he was fucking sick.
So he must come back. He put the teaser picture out. That's why I
think you got to remember as well, obviously Sammy Zajak's been announced as
he's been announced.
Coach. Yeah.
You heard it here ninth. Sammy Zajak's going to be the. Yeah. I did tell you guys on the pod though. It's between Zajak and Arch. I told you that a week ago. So
yeah.
Boom.
Called it.
What do they call that?
Zajak is an absolute beauty. Leeds
NIHL 1 insider. There you go.
Yeah.
So apparently I need to give a shout out to NIHL banter. So shout out.
Yeah, actually we do because you created the it's not illusion. If you can create an illusion, that'd be amazing. Created the graphics for us for the charity game. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yep. But obviously, Leeds coming up when that was announced. If you're Sheffield or Hull, it was a bit nerve wracking because it gets announced before the season's finished, and all of a sudden, the rush to sign up your guys becomes a little bit quicker, you know, and teams will start, you know, I don't really know what money they're putting about yet, you know, they've just announced Sammy, and, you know, I know Sammy really well and I respect him. I know him back from Vitals days. You know?
I went for a trial up in Telford with him, and yeah, just a solid guy. Fantastic player as well.
By the way, this is turning into a live podcast, so we might be here for an hour, so happy days.
We're in.
Yeah, so I mean that obviously means it starts getting a bit more, you know, like say Greg Wood, you know, like would guys come out of retirement, you know, if the money's right, if Leeds where are Leeds getting the players from? So you know that's interesting.
But also if you got someone like Sammy Zajac, who is a beauty, people like him. That's a big draw for players as well.
That's the biggest draw. That's the biggest draw. So if you're from Whitley Bay, because chances are they're not going to house Sammy, they're going to travel. So if you're 3 really good guys from there, you might go with Sammy. You might travel together.
Whitley don't pay. They just struggle to pay an import.
You then start to pick off. Maybe Sheffield don't want a guy. Maybe Hull don't want a guy. Maybe they do, and you're battling for them. But what we've got now up in the north, which I know as an owner and all that, it's going to be difficult for you. But for me as a player,
it's a battle of the beauties.
When I live in Basingstoke, so I could shut my eyes, spin around in a circle. I've got Swindon 40 miles. I've got Basingstoke on my doorstep. I've got Bracknell 15 miles. I've got Slough 30 miles at the point. I had Guildford. I had 6 teams. So when it came to negotiations, it was a lot better for me. I had a lot more options. I think we're starting to see that in the north now. I'm disappointed. How do you feel about Soloway not being involved? Because for me, you said they had a fantastic season, and they've been building fantastic.
I really think...
Do they deserve a shot? Let's give them 1 year. Let's give them 1 year.
Personally, I would say yes.
Okay.
I mean, but then again, you know, even going back from the NIHL 1 North, you know, as an owner, you're sitting going, we're looking at transport. Transport's just gone up and up and up. So even for us, we probably travel the most miles at the moment based on the new league. We're going to do the most miles.
You mentioned something. I'm going to touch on this.
Surely Basingstoke does.
Well, I mean,
they'll
again,
be close now.
The highest north and the highest south. You know, we're going to have similar mileage.
I was just going to say, if you, sorry, I'm going to pump Swindon's tires again because I can't help it. Swindon obviously have the OHA program, so they own a minibus and they own a kit van.
Yeah,
the boys go in the minibus, the guys chuck the fucking kits in the bag, and they go in the back of the van.
We did that at Romford. I turned up late one time, and I had to ride in the kit van on my own.
Oh yeah, everybody's done it. They went out the night before, playing a bit guilty. You have to do that.
No, I crashed my motorbike on the way there, and then they still made me ride the kit van, even though I crashed my motorbike and still made it 5 minutes late for the bus.
MK Lightning have lost their fan base because of the Moody's. Let me tell you right now, if you're a fucking hockey fan and there's a game on Saturday night, you're not going because of the fucking owner. You're going to suck that shit up and you're going to go and watch your boys. 2 weeks of no hockey and watching badminton on TV. You're going to be climbing the walls and you're going to want to see someone.
So Mac says Leeds are fucked, and then replied to himself saying, because no one else was interested in his first comment because he's a pigeon. And then he replies to himself saying, who from up north will leave their team to go there, mate? Assuming you're talking about Leeds.
He's obviously talking to you, so he's not talking to us. We don't know. But so let's go back to that. Hey, Mac, you could have been here, by the way, if you didn't blow your knee out playing football.
Yeah. As Andrew says, Leeds have money. So in answer to your question...
How much money have they got? Because I'm interested.
Yeah, if anyone knows how much they got, that'd be great.
I actually do know how much they got, but I'm not going to say it on the podcast. But if any of you know, I could then re-quote what you said. Technically, because then I'm just passing information on that I read on Facebook.
But I think they've probably got enough to draw some people over that are looking for a new, just a change of scene.
I think just let the man talk because he knows where he's at. And
I mean, again, you see it from the hockey player side point of view, yeah.
Of course, you're seeing it from the business side, right?
So you want all your guys back. You're close to your guys. You've got your guys, you know that. They've went through thick and thin for you, you know, and we've tried to rebuild Sheffield very much about. It's always been like a loyal group of guys, a brotherhood sort of thing, and that's exactly what we're trying to continue to do, you know. So, we want to keep as many guys as possible, but again, money. It's frustrating because money talks to these guys, you know. Like you're saying,
how much
exactly that the case of options.
Guys, you obviously think these guys are getting. You probably think these guys are getting paid really well because you're paying £14 a ticket or whatever it may be. Probably cheaper up north. What's your ticket price?
10.
Okay, so it's a hell of a lot. £10, guys. Get down to Sheffield next year. It's a fucking great value. But seriously, £10. You might think because they're I need to get in the camera. Professional hockey players, in air quotes, because they might be getting paid £1 fucking 90. They might be getting paid £4.75. It kind of depends, but they're not making a fortune, guys. They really are. They're putting their bodies on the line. They're having fights. They're blocking shots for not very much money. And I just wanted to ask, because something interested me there. You said if someone like Greg Wood was to come out of retirement to go to Leeds, what do they have to pay him? So I've got a number in my head. I've got a number in my head that they would have to pay. Obviously, I'm banned. Let's get that right. I'm banned. But if I wasn't, and someone come to me right now, I haven't played the game for 5 years. I have a new life. I love it. I love it. Love doing this and just doing different stuff. It's really interesting. I spent my whole life going to fucking training, going to the gym, going to training, going to gyms, to go to the game, to ride the bike, to do boring shit. It is boring, guys. Being a professional hockey player is great, but it's boring at the same time. You have to do the same thing over and over again. So to have a Saturday back, to have a Sunday back, to not being, don't get me wrong, love the bus trips, but to not have to do them. So to get me back, because everyone asks me, oh, you're going to come back. I know what figure in my head, and there's not a coach or a team in the league that would pay it. But it's going to cost them that, because my job, I can make that money on the weekend. So why am I going to say, look, do you know what? I'm not going to PT 4 clients. I'm going to get on the bus and make half as much money in quadruple the amount of time. So what would Greg, in your eyes?
You know, for example, Leeds coming back up. If they need 15 guys, they know they're going to pay the money. You tell me the figure. Yeah, you're looking at that roughly, yeah.
What would you say? Is that right?
I would say, yeah, that's about right.
For me to come back right now.
Yeah.
I think we should share the numbers here.
Yeah.
Minimum for me.
Yeah.
Because I have to give up Saturday.
Yeah. What's the 350 for?
Right, okay, so
yeah,
I'm basically saying, for me to come back right now, my co-host.
You'd have to not be bad.
Right, can I say something? Is that acceptable?
I haven't got the ice yet.
Exactly.
I'm working on it. Where is the ice anyway?
freezer.
Probably in the freezer. Okay, so Bandy's having a fucking day of it right now. Let's go back to it. Okay, so we said, and we're just using Woody as a hyper.
Slice of bread in your freezer.
I don't fucking know. As we said, we've got Greg Wood. This is hypothetical.
Random slice of bread in the freezer.
£350 a week, I say, that has to bring a man like that out of retirement. Because you've got to give up your work on a Saturday. You've got to give up your work on a Sunday. It's a lot to give up. And I know from a couple of coaches in that league, they asked for more money this year purely on the fact that it's going to be more professional. You're going to have to, on a Monday, you're going to have to restock. You're going to have to redo everything.
I think
it's the travel time as well.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you've got a lot of guys now that are enjoying getting back to the rink at 11, 12 after a Blackburn, Billing and Whitley Bay.
Oof.
You know, and all of a sudden you end up going to, you might be in a Basingstoke. Yeah, I mean, usually.
Well, you guys got Basingstoke, Bracknell.
Potentially Cardiff as well.
Swindon. So I used to bitch about having to go to Sheffield, Manchester, Telford. So that was maybe 3, 6, 9 games a year. Sheffield have to do Bracknell, they have to do Basingstoke, they have to do Swindon. Like those boys have to travel a lot, and I really can't stress enough. And I know this isn't the owner's fault. I think it's the fact that we don't have any sponsors or something. The boys aren't paid vast amounts of money. Be honest with us right now. I'm going to ask you a really shit question, and I don't really want to ask it, but I'm going to anyway. Yeah. How many guys on your team play for free right now?
It's probably somewhere around about 6 guys.
Right, guys, so can you really, I don't think you really appreciate it. When you're young and you're coming through and you haven't earned your fucking stripes yet, you're making no money. So when you go on a road
Sean Nixon reckons there were players on £1,500 a week last season.
No, there wasn't. No, there wasn't.
Not a chance.
Fucking, come on, Sean. You're better than that. £1,500 a week. You smoking crack. Like, who's paying £1,500 a week at NIHL? That would cripple your budget.
£100 a week, then who the fuck knows how much decent players get paid? When did you get £100 a week, Matt?
Matt didn't get £100 a week for anything. He might have cleaned the change rooms or something, but He definitely didn't get £100 a week for playing ice hockey. But yeah, guys, if you appreciate, so this is what the owners are working with as well. You don't not want to pay the guys, right? It's not like you're going, fuck you, you're not worth any money. It's difficult.
Your budget is roughly about
1,700.
17. I was going to say 1,500.
By the way, guys, that is incredible. The fact that Sheffield made the Final Four. Obviously, we expect them to do the North thing. They're very good. £1,700 a week is fucking nothing. It's incredible.
And again, buy that across what 22 players?
We were 20. Yeah, we were 20. I mean, but again, going back to I don't want.
Wow, what are they?
Delicious.
It cost us a great amount of money, to run that club, and that's even at NIHL. Never mind.
Yeah.
Back EPL days, the clubs ran at a loss for some time.
Do you know what I would love to say? As a player, I used to hate playing Sheffield because obviously I've got a fucking Pisces in my ear all night. I've got Elliot. I've got the boys, but I loved it. I love playing there. But do you know what, guys? Anyone that's in Sheffield, you might be a Steelers fan. Please go to a Steeldogs game. You get good value for money.
See the stars of the future.
And not only that, guys, support. I get Sheffield are your Steelers, are your local team, but it was depressing going into a fucking fantastic rink. The dressing rooms are fantastic. The beer's good in the bar after the game. It tastes nice. It's a good pint. You've been sat on a bus for 5 hours. You play a hockey game. You want a fucking beer. It's very, very. It's just a nice rink. Get involved. Help. Imagine what their budget could be if an extra 150 fans through the door every week. And if we can do that via the pod, if we can get you guys involved, go. Even if you're like Mac next year is moving to Doncaster. This year, sorry. It's 20 minutes, guys. Go support your team. Even if you're a Hull fan, if Hull are on the road, go watch Sheffield if you want to watch some hockey. Like, if you're like me, hockey's hockey. You don't have to support anyone to have a good time.
Apparently, Jamie Mack got paid £100 a week at Streatham. Fair play to you, mate. Fair play.
Was that just to pay your parking? It wasn't for your hockey. I'm getting these comments really late. I'm just getting Matt coming through now saying, Lisa, fuck, discuss. You discuss.
Sean Hickson says, what are you looking at your PMs? Come on, Sean. We're doing live pod right now. It's got to be open. Open or nothing.
I'm going to take my shirt off. No, not really. I'm going to take my jacket off. Let's get into the North questions. Because I'm loving it.
Yes, Liam Kirk started with the Steeldogs. Look at him now. Fucking right. Let's go watch the Steeldogs.
Go on, Kirky. I saw... guys, if you haven't seen it already, if you jump on Instagram and go on Kirky's account or the Arizona Coyotes account, Arizona tweeted out he's one of our own kind of thing with Kirky and the GB shit. It looked fucking wicked. So it's on his Instagram story. Please check it out. It's really, really cool. I lost where he was because Bandy erupted. So
I can't remember either.
Look at that beard. I'm just going to stroke his beard for a while if you guys want to get excited about that. In all seriousness, I wanted to know the big score lines in the NIHL North. We chirp it every week with a little bit of grace. What is happening, scoreline wise? Why does that happen? And what's going to happen next year? I don't see that happening in the National League. I think it's going to be a lot closer.
Yeah, even with the changes, the teams, the question is, what's everyone going to spend?
Yeah.
Does everyone like you've just said, their players think they're worth more money because the league's better?
Yeah.
Ideally,
but the travel's more.
The travel is more, yeah.
And that's why I don't think teams can really increase their player money that much.
Exactly.
Because your travel costs are going to at least double.
Jump in on this and stand in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Right. Travel costs are just going to fucking skyrocket.
Yeah. So the travel costs have got, but again.
So what can help you out? Because I know when I was playing and I fucking hated it, but the fans used to come on the bus. So guys, as much as I hated it, if it makes it easier for your team and there's 17 seats on the bus, 17 of you go. You're putting the money back into the club, and I can't stress that enough. You're going to spend it on petrol. You're going to spend it on parking. You're going to stop at the services and spunk 15 quid in the fruity. Give it to the team, and your team will be better. Your hockey will be better. It's going to be better all around. My
£25 a week at Romford, every away trip, I was
in the puggy, straight in the puggy.
I was at least negative triple that.
He knows what a puggy is. Do you reckon he knows what a puggy is? Do you know what a puggy is?
A pug?
Puggy.
Yeah, the fucking fruit machine. Right?
Oh. He's been around the jocks for too long. But what was the goalie's like?
There's only one thing you put money into in a service station. So I'm going to swap the bottle of wine because this was almost done. I need to chill the
slow down is what you need to do. Yeah, I've got drunk Bandy at our house. Guys, thanks for still watching. I can't believe people are still watching. Maybe we make this a regular thing because I'm really enjoying myself.
I quite like being live.
Yeah, I quite like the fact. But the good thing about us going live, our life is pretty much fucked anyways. So when we mess up, no one cares. It's great. Like when we do the podcast, we're like, should we leave that in? Yeah, well, yeah, we'll leave it in. But talk to me about the goalies before.
Sorry?
The goalies.
Yeah, like...
Because we chirp them, we haven't seen them, but when you're letting 19 goals in, you're not a good goalie.
Like, you know what? Like, again, I think the new league, like, pretty much everyone's agreed, you know, that we're going to go with Brit goalies, you know.
Yeah, I think that's good.
It's 2 imports, you know, so you bring in a Brit import goalie. Yeah, bring in a Brit import goalie, you can't have another guy on the ice, you know. I think, you know, the only team that started with importing that mind last year was Hull started with a fuckcake, you know, for the first few
That guy
games.
I read on the forum, was he a fucking lunatic?
It was a little crazy, yeah.
I heard he was like mental. By the way, I love it. Goalies are mental. My favourite, by the way, just a shout out to my favourite mental goalie is Carl Amberlite. If you just research the scrams, man, he's a beauty. Let's go back to your guy.
Yeah, no, so yeah, I mean, the goalies overall, like, it's good that the Brit goalies are getting a chance, you know. I mean, again, look at Brad Day. You know, Brad sat on the bench, you know, for Steelers.
Got Telford now.
He jumped on with Hull last year, did a great job. And then
by the way, I thought he was going to Hull and he's gone to Telford, so well done, Tommy Watkins.
Yeah, I mean, Brad's a class lad. You know, we were very much we were interested, you know. But again, we've got Dimitri's and Wojdra's won pretty much.
I thought he left.
No, he's you know, Dimitri's very much interested.
Can I ask you fans one thing, because we've got an owner here, but this is quite interesting. Where the fuck do you get your rumours from? Do you just literally sit there one day and go, do you know what? I'm bored. I'm going to post on Facebook because you don't know. I heard the guy's not back in Sheffield. I've got the owner sitting here saying he doesn't
also,
quite know
my
yet.
biggest pet peeve.
You're sending him down the river, like you're sending it.
My biggest pet peeve on fucking THF is when people are like, oh yeah, I've got a very reliable source that this is going to happen.
And then don't say it.
And it's like, well, who's your source? Like, or they're like, oh yeah, I know who's going to sign next. I've got from a reliable source. All you're doing is trying to grab attention. Like, if you know who it is, say who it is. Or if you think you know who it is, say who it is.
Like we did with Arch and Zajac. We heard it, we said it, we were right because we already knew. But the point is, we're not just going and picking a random name.
Andy Moffat, sorry, just to interrupt. Jamie McElroy and Mark Williams. Yes, I agree. Andy Moffat is an absolute fucking beauty.
Moff's one of my favourite humans. He tried to walk back to the mainland from the Isle of Wight, right through the sea. Clothes on, like absolute beauty. He did one of my favourite things I've ever seen. We had a game in Bracknell one day, and I was stood at the back having a stretch. Romford turned up. Moff walks off the bus. He's got 4 cans of beer. He's 12 deep. He stood on his head. I think he let 1 goal in. We lost like 2-1.
I just love his like random stand-up butterfly style.
Sometimes,
like there'd be a long shot for the point, and rather than going down butterfly and like parrying it off to the side, he'd literally just stand up and kick it. Like, he did not give a flying fuck, and was actually a fucking good goalie as well at the same time.
Yeah.
Andy, I reckon you should show me shirts again, just in case there's different people.
Yeah, who hasn't seen the shirts yet? I'll wait for an answer to that one. Moffat or Stevie Doyle? I don't know who Stevie Doyle is, so I'll go Moffs. Yeah, Jockey, he did play back with a hangover. When I played with him, he was going kind of like semi-teetotal. But that was also the season where Romford had about 57 players on their roster in Power Play magazine. Remember that year, 2009, 2010. Yeah. It was great, like traveling up to Sheffield as a contracted player to Romford Raiders, and having Cardiff ENL players get ice time, and I just sat on the bench and then got the tap and was told to go and fight Payet, and he just laughed in my face.
That was an embarrassing thing to ever happen, by the way.
What's that?
I turned up to Romford to play Romford, and apparently they brought in a rec team because there wasn't any fucking guys. I don't think you were there. They literally ran out of guys, and like you said, they brought up guys from like Cardiff, ENL 2. Yeah, it's supposed to be playing an EPL game. It was.
We had players from fucking everywhere. And yeah, we had like Tom Davis. He signed on a win bonus, So every time we won a game, he'd get 50 quid. And we lost we lost like 19 games straight, and then he fucked off to Peterborough.
If I lost 19 games straight and wasn't getting paid, I'd chuck my kit in the fucking river, and that'd be the end of it. I still want to ask Ali some questions because obviously it's very, very rare to get this sort of situation. What I wanted to ask you is, how did Jersey 53 come about, and what's the inspiration? You're obviously doing big things. How many teams are coming to you?
Also, top tip, by the way,
Plug yourself.
when you put a fight strap in a jersey, make it white, not black.
What we do, sorry?
The fight strap, when you put that in a jersey, make it white, not black.
Why is that? What's your...
Because then
that's less than you get punched in the face, apparently.
no, it just looks better when your shirt comes off and the fight strap's out. Purely aesthetic reasons.
We'll take that into consideration.
Cool.
Listen,
Yeah.
don't worry about the fight strap. Don't even tie down. Get out of your shirt. Put your head down. Tuck your chin.
No,
Just throw bombs, man. Like, just throw bombs.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
this
technique.
is Jersey 53. We've now been trading for 8 years in the UK. Overall, it's been trading now for about 19-20 years. Basically, we're based in Czech Republic. We've got about 3.
By the way, if you've never
manufacturers
been to Czech Republic, Prague is amazing.
Loose as a goose.
Yeah, very loose.
Yeah, no, but we work hard. There is to give credit. There's I don't like to sound like they're saying as a bad businessman, but there's a lot of other jersey companies out there as well now. Everyone's pushing each other, which is actually good for business. It keeps you on your toes. Yeah, keeping you on your
fucking child.
I just wanted to push him.
Yeah, no, it keeps you on your
Success is over
toes.
there.
We got Scottish. You need a fucking glass.
Yeah, but we do more than just hockey as well. So we're doing a lot of baseball.
He sent me.
basketball,
By the way, he
football.
sent me some of this sort of stuff on the Facebook. The underarm and like especially the leggings. I might sound like fucking really bad here, but the leggings are legit. I can't wait.
I
To
need
get
some
some.
full-length ones.
I can't wait to get some. I'm really excited.
Do you want to sponsor the pod?
No, let's
Sorry, carry on.
You often forget to say their sponsors, or you usually get a bit tied up.
Yeah, but we can always say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they also don't really give us anything.
Yeah,
I just get some CBD oil
and he doesn't even
once a month.
share. Where's mine?
I've asked them for
I'm
more.
fucking Iron Man.
I know.
I'm Iron Man. Why are you getting it? You
Yeah,
have days off and go skiing and shit.
Well, that's because I need it.
What, skiing?
Yeah.
Fucking listen to this shit. But I still want to pick Ali's brain more about Jersey 53 because obviously he's just came back. I've said it already, but there might be new people watching. He's drove from Stansted to Basingstoke to deliver the shirts, and I don't know if Bandy has actually done it, but I'm going to have a little reveal. Do you know what? I'm going to get out of the way. I'll let Ali do it. This is his baby. He sorted this out. Guys, honestly, I know I'm pumping their tyres, but Jersey 53 have been fucking excellent.
Chocky says, just very quickly, do you do kids shirts and any other sports?
Yes, we do. We do pretty much any sport you can imagine. We do it, and we do a full range of sizes in almost every product. Yes.
Sick.
Check out our website, very straightforward, jersey53.co.uk.
Boom.
So again, the little jersey room for the second time. This is based on the Tampa Bay 3rd jersey.
Yeah.
So
Number 10, Terry Millers.
probably my tip to be one of the most popular jerseys this year for our other teams as well. We've got the Winnipeg Jets replication. We've also got, we did a little special.
Tell him the shirt's from Baby Gap. Fucking arms on it.
He's only got T-Rex arms anyway, so.
Again, you lads really like to carry the Hurricanes.
Look
so
at
we did a
that.
special version just
Guys,
for you guys.
bring that right up there. Look. How cool. By the way, before I forget, obviously we pumped the sponsors tires a little bit. We love to do it. If you need any graphic designing, our boy Ryan Webb from the Stretton Redhawks is a wizard. Look at this logo. Just actually look at it. Like we said we wanted something, and he just went above and beyond.
Over delivered.
Like, look at that. The worst camera, but how cool of a logo, and how good of Jersey 53. Like, look at the neckline, guys. Look at the neckline. It's fantastic. If you want to see my favorite bit of the whole jersey, the whole reason we're doing this, obviously I love our logo, but Tash Thompson, Sean Thompson's sister-in-law. Look, I'm literally the worst person at this shit, but look at that. Zach's Army. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow, this is what it's all about. We can have fun, we can have a joke, but this little nipper is why we're doing this. Next shirt again. Check me on.
Based in the World Championships again, our Team Canada
Massive
kind of
on this one, I love
replication as well from there. So.
Georgie Norcliffe, banners on the wall. Anthony, this is your boy.
Naughty.
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 Can we see the rest?
Yeah, that's all. That's all 4.
Oh, we done all 4?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's my hoodie.
But yeah, the
Don't
jerseys,
forget that as well.
jerseys are fucking sick.
Don't forget. Peak Fitness, somewhere along there. There we go. We're very good at this camera thing.
Also, don't forget Provocan CBD.
Yeah. Provocan AB5 CBD.
Boom.
That's how we do it, ad read.
Gets you 5% off, and honestly, the stuff is.
By the way,
awesome.
guys, we are really trying to up that 5%. It's not very much. We get it's not very much off, but if you spend £100, it's still £5 extra in your pocket. The thing is, guys, the more of you that jump on that, the chances are we can maybe sort out a biz fucking 20 and try and like.
I'm working on it.
We are
I've been
trying-
asking them for a Bandy 20 code.
We need to try and up the code. We get that 5% is not very much, but what we need you to do is actually buy the stuff, and then we can hopefully work a better deal.
It legit works. The reason why I would ask them to sponsor us is because I bought some, having listened to Chicklets and like how they go on about how good CBD is, and honestly, it is so fucking good. Like the bump on my leg, I broke my leg, like properly fucked it in second game of the season in September.
So happens you've got any ice with your skate guards on.
Well,
It's people.
no, it's what happens when you chase someone down the entire length of the ice and dive head first, and smash into the ball's feet first and break your leg. But yeah, I shouldn't be playing. The balm's fucking awesome. The oil is great for like anxiety, fucking all that shit, and yeah, it's like legit good.
It's great for anxiety, can't you tell? Got a caveman in my kitchen. Let's go back to the North talk, because I'm actually really enjoying it because we don't get to see it this much. You guys in Telford, the big fight night. Obviously, you are on 4,000 and counting. There's no way we're not talking about the fight night. How was it?
No, we don't like violence.
I
fucking love it. So if you want to keep punching each other in the face, it'd be great.
I don't really want to. There's a couple of, when we're talking about the young kids in the team, that are playing for something, playing for the jersey.
Playing for a job.
Playing for a job, playing for jersey. Like,
And guys, you forget that they are playing for a job, like, because they could be cut at any point.
Yeah, two of the guys, two of the young kids. I think the first kid to step up that night was Tom Barry. So
Yeah, I know Tom.
I think
Heavy shot.
Yeah, their guy kind of went into to the goalie, and I think Tom went. To be fair, I thought he had a really good scrap, and it was. I mean, we were to be fair, Telford were they were down. Obviously, they needed something, so it was like I don't know whether Tommy said no.
Is that not Scotty
But I
McIntyre
want.
as well?
That's my question. How the fuck does Scott McKenzie get in the fight? Who was he fight? You must be looking at your guy going, "You can't fight that guy. He's played 195 seasons and he's not been in a fight."
Like
Again, 18-year-old track.
Tom Barry, like, would again. Back, a couple of seasons ago, anytime the guys frigging get on the ice, they chirp all game, they want to fight. No one wants to fight them, But then,
By the way, I would, and I'd fucking destroy you. Like, it would be disgusting.
Yeah, these kids, they would do anything for the team.
But by the way, I love that. Keep playing the same way. I'm just joking.
Yeah,
Here.
no, so I think that game with Tom Barry, with Charlie Thompson, I think Charlie Thompson, actually, I'm pretty sure Charlie might have fought Mac.
And by the way, props to Scotty Mac, because if you've been playing for like 10 years and you've never been in a fight.
So let's pause 1 second. I'm just going to put something on the.
We are now Talk Sport because we have a thing over our microphone. Don't know if it's any good. Might not even be here.
Can you still hear us?
How's it on mute?
No, I took it off mute.
Wouldn't surprise me. Me and Bandy had a conversation the other day and it's fucking on mute for 25 minutes. I was pretty much doing lip reading, but I still want to go back into the North. I'm on it with the North because we don't get much of it. You could be our new correspondent for the North.
We did Joe Cross, another young kid at a scrap as well. And then this is the funny bit, So I think it was Aston for Telford goes in. There's like we scored, I think, with like 12 seconds to go. To get the extra goal. Telford are still pissed. So anyway, we go for the face-off. And Aston says to Cam Brownlee. Cam Brownlee's the great guy. Yeah. So he said to Cam Brownlee, he's like, "Let's go." Cam's kind of looking, and your mate Tim. So Timmy goes, Timmy looked and said to Cam, like Cam's kind of looking, and then Timmy as a D-man's taking Cam Brownlee's spot and went, I'll go in for the face.
By the way, that is literally my favourite thing in hockey ever. When you see a guy that you quite clearly knows a D-man or a centre or whatever it is, and then they line up on the wing, it's literally, I am most excited ever because you know the plums are pumping.
You would think that was the case. So Timmy goes in for the face-off. Timmy legit goes for the puck, and Aston jumps in his back.
I saw that.
Aston jumps
I
in
was
his
like,
back.
Timmy, no, come on, you knew exactly what's happening.
Yeah, Timmy, you need to work your game there a little bit
Like,
better.
wait,
You're a
wait.
you're a veteran. You know this shit.
But you won the face-off though.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
it's good for your face-off stats if you win the. Imagine Tim Smith, 100%. End of the season, everyone's looking. You know, you took one draw, but you fucking won it. You won it.
You know, and
And then got fed.
Yeah, and then got jumped.
yeah, even this year we brought out
I love you, Timmy. Sorry.
the green helmet and the gold helmet. So Morgs brought these out. So gold helmets like passed around after the game. You know, like everyone's MVP.
Like the wrestling belt in the
Yeah,
NHL
yeah.
and stuff.
And we
Another
have
match,
and so we've got also like a green lid which we use for
Juice
Dick-
boy and
plus
shit.
minus.
Ridiculous.
And to be fair, Tim's had it pretty much the whole season.
Yeah.
He's plus minus. I'll give him.
By the
credit.
way, that's
And
a
then,
good
like,
stat. As
yeah.
much as some people hate it, I quite like the plus minus stat.
Plus minus stat is probably the
It's-
best stat out.
It's debatable. The thing for me is with a plus minus is I've had it before, especially in Bracknell. Someone comes to a line change, you jump on, you haven't even skated 4 strides and you're a fucking minus. It's like, it's the worst thing ever. But equally, like a lot of the time, obviously you don't get a plus for the power play, guys. So if you're not aware of that, you don't.
You do get a minus for penalty kill though.
Mean it. Oh yeah, if you're killing, no, if they're killing and they score, obviously, yeah, it's a minus. But looking at the plus minus stats, if you're a guy that can stay plus in 54 games, whatever, you're doing a good job. Like you're doing a very, very good job. Let's talk about
Ian Baker says, any chance you could turn the dimmer switch on to max? I don't think that is a dimmer switch.
Ian, if you want to come and fucking install a dimmer switch in my house,
I think you need
Feel
a
free.
light in the middle as well.
do you know what? I'm going to sort the lighting out, guys, because apparently this is a live podcast now, so let's do this properly. Someone talk, Andy, talk straight to it.
I need some wine.
You can't just leave Andy there. Like, oh, this fucking door.
I'm not. So that's the reason.
Tell that story. I literally just walked into a fucking door.
So what got you into hockey in the first place?
I used to play up in Ayr. We'll call it Hockey Town. Yeah, Ayr, Southwest.
Oh,
Scotland.
the old Air Scottish Eagles.
Ayr Scottish Eagles. Yeah, so
So that was a terrible Scottish
no,
accent.
it was better than some. Yeah, so I was involved with Scottish
Yeah.
Eagles.
Fuck you, Mac. I can do a good Scottish accent.
Yeah, I worked at the ice rink. I left school to work at the Centrum. That ice rink sadly no longer there. When the team relocated to Braehead, the first time the Scottish Eagles moved there, then there was a lot of uncertainty. So I jumped.
That'd be perfect. Fire them all on us, and then people can shut the fuck up about the lighting.
Yeah.
Sorry, you go.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Sorry, you get blind, you do.
There's another random bit of bread here in the freezer. Watty keeps single slices of bread in his
They've
freezer.
obviously fell out of a fucking packet, knob. If you want to see inside Whitey's fridge, though, it's incredible.
You lost your spot. You're in the middle of
I just got demoted. But guys, obviously the main. Oh, look at that! Look, how good is that? Like? Just we have a little flex. We have a little flex of that. Like, but in all seriousness, this is fantastic. This is totally off the cuff. All we was going to get Ali in for was jerseys and stuff, but it's turned into an interview. And actually, I think so far this might be my favourite interview that we've done. Ali, let's keep talking.
Sorry. Well, it is. Bandy, leave the wine. We have a huge game tomorrow. Haha. I
Go Team Black. Fuck you.
The
guys.
last time I played and I wasn't hungover, I broke my leg and got 8 fucking screws on a plate in there. So never again am I going to play without a hangover. As Andrews, wine and gin, you pair of benders. So why are you associating? Why are you associating our choice of beverage with our choice of sexuality? I think that's actually you need to get into 2019.
If you drink gin, one second, there we go. If you drink gin, you don't get fat, and if you don't get fat, like you stay lean. And if you stay lean, like when you go to Ibiza, man, you go to Ibiza with me.
Yeah, as is proper like barrel boy as well. So shut the fuck up.
Fuck you. I literally one of my favorite humans, by the way. Every time I book Ibiza, I text ads because I text him. He's like, "Do you know what? I'm there the same week as you. I'm in the hotel next door. Every time, I love it."
I've never met ads.
By the way,
we've mentioned it a couple
28th
times.
of May, ads. I'm in Ibiza for 5-6 days. If you could be there, that'd be fantastic.
Maybe I should change my flights to New Zealand and come to
Via Ibiza.
Maybe. Yeah. So what's this? The voice of Whitehall and the beard of Burns. I'm assuming that's geared at me because
Who's Whitehall?
Whitehall, like the city government politicians. I think that's geared at me.
Guys, look. Do you know my dickhead Bandy chucked bread on the floor? Look at this one. Look at this
I
one.
didn't chuck that on the floor. I gave it to you, and then you threw it on the floor.
Look. Hey, by the way,
Anyway, what he just ripped the street light out. Good shout, Wally. That's better, thanks, Ian Baker. Good shout. Yes, Nicky, Ryan Lee James. Ryan Lee James, this is jokes. As Andrews, fuck it, I'm on the gin now. Good lad, Barrel Boy.
What? So now you've switched. You chirping us for being on the gym, and now like 58 calories, bro. 58 calories for.
I'm there, mate.
2 pints or 10 gins.
As flies out on the 22nd to Ibiza.
How long are you there for, bro? I hope you're there for.
Mark Williams, I'm still on my first bottle. Bottle of what? Wine or gin? Because I'm like halfway through my second bottle of wine.
I need a bottle of Ritalin right now.
Your mate looks like the guy off Hangover. I'm assuming that's me.
He does.
None on the table, Carlos. None on the table.
Sky, sorry, you can down there.
Um,
I'm gonna put our laptop on yours.
as Andrews, no, because I don't want to be fat now.
Sorry, mate, this is-
It doesn't happen overnight, buddy. It just doesn't happen. I started doing CrossFit, in case you didn't know. ICYMI, in case you missed. Yeah, ICYMI. I now do CrossFit. And it's,
Bandy,
it's fun.
ask Ali some more questions because I'm super intrigued. Like,
Yeah.
let's talk about the rivalries between, because there's a three-way rivalry this year with Hull, Telford, and Sheffield. You guys, I've never seen a closer title race in my life.
It was ridiculously close. Like, how do you?
How's the arsehole? Is it twitching?
Well, we obviously we had the midweek blunder, didn't we? We had the nice problems, and we went to Hull midweek, and yeah, we got absolutely spanked beyond belief.
Yeah, how did that happen? I don't understand how that happened.
Hull just, Hull were hungry. I mean, again, you could say almost like last year. It come down to the last game last year, and we just,
But this
we
was
just wanted
proper though. Like, it was building up for you. You're going. These guys might be tied in points on the final game. This is 4 weeks, 5-6 weeks out, and then you're going.
Yeah.
They really might be, and then you're going. Fuck me.
Yeah.
It's the second last week, and
Yeah.
everyone, and then all of a sudden you're on this last day, and 3 teams, 62.
Do you know what it is? Like, as much as I like hockey, as much as the results come in, the year we won it, a good friend up in Scotland messaged me and he said, "You're going to be watching every single result, like, beyond belief." And
That's good.
you're going to, like,
probably know, right?
well, Stuart Wilson.
No.
No. So Stuart Wilson said to me, he goes, "You're going to be watching every single result coming in." And he goes, "And you're going to be trying to work it out." And back then, I'd fixture list of Hull, us, and Telford. And you feel bad, because you start like guessing which games you're going to win, what you're going to lose, what you're going to tie.
But I'm not being
And,
funny. When I played, my favourite coaches would come in, right? And they did this thing. Let's say we have 55 games, 54 games this season, they put them on the table. And we break it down into 5, maybe 6 games. We break it down so it's even. And the plan was, you look at these games and you go, right, I've got X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. Great. I need 8 points for those games. And we broke it down. Our season was broken down into 6 games. 6 games.
blocks, yeah.
6 games. 6 games. Every single time, all you're trying to do is win 3, 4. Because if you win 4 games out of 6 all year long, you're going to be in the mix at the end.
Yeah.
So, like, the thing, when I played sat on the bench for Romford, Hammer, like, great coach, he did fantastic things the year before, but the budget he was given to try and succeed the following year.
Shout out to Michael Pink for fighting Hammer, by the way.
Yeah, massive shout out to Pinky for fighting. Hammer broke.
He wants wine. He wants wine.
Yeah, Jesse Hamill broke his hand on his forehead. It was actually fucking great scrap.
Great scrap.
Great scrap. But yeah, and then he was so he came in late the year before and sort of turned things around. And then the budget he was given was just like nowhere near the fucking mark. And we churned through a lot of players. So I guess like the question I'm asking you, like, how do you kind of keep your team focused, but within the budget that you have? Like, is that kind of like tough to manage? Because obviously, like you said earlier, it's 1,700 a week, and then you got Hull.
Well, there's guys like Morgs and I are speaking to guys, just now, and you want them back, but obviously they've had offers. I'm not saying it's Hull, I'm not saying it's whatever. There's other offers. Yeah. There always is, But
is it actually better for you though this year on the basis that it is the better league? So you can go to
let's say one of your 8th, 9th, 10th.
The positive is
you can go. Do you know what?
Hello,
with us last year, you're not quite good enough for the league.
But then
this
even
year.
again, as a coach, you want the best for your players and your mates. So why not say to a kid like,
stay and we'll develop you.
Well, either stay and develop or
go
listen,
somewhere
go,
that's going to develop
go.
you.
You play second line. We didn't sign guys last year because we knew they were going to be young Brits. We were like, you can play fourth line for us, or you can play first line for Sutton.
Yeah.
You obviously, that's why even with Sutton, like credit to Simon Butler. There was a lot of time him and Morgs were chatting, and it was like, I'm interested in this guy, but I'm not gonna take him.
Is he my former GB team?
Yes.
Sky.
Oh. 33.
Yeah.
She's right.
But yeah, like
dog trying to eat frozen bread.
But yeah, like
What do you
again,
do when your dog's that beautiful? It's just like it's hard.
She's so cute. Oh.
Hey, look at her.
I know that's our mascot. Look how big she's got. Like she's just hanging out.
She's massive. The first time I saw her, she was like about the size of my dog, who's a fucking pigeon.
Jack Russell. Pigeon, yeah.
Well, Jack Russell Chihuahua cross. She's about this big and 5 kilos. And now Sky's like up on the fucking table trying to eat bread about
Fucking
half a metre.
105-year-old gluten-free bread.
Ali, what's the outlook for Sheffield? Who have you signed so far? Like that's been announced. Have you announced?
this is what I need to remember. We've only made a couple of announcements.
Do you want to make one?
Have you signed the entire team?
No.
How about Peterborough? How do you feel about Peterborough just announcing fucking 19 guys at once?
I bet you if you're the
So shit.
If you're the
If you're a fan, it's great that you got your boys back, but you could have had your boys back one a week. You could have built it up. You could have fucking done a release. You could have done a Craig Peacock. By the way, if more clubs are listening, please do a Craig Peacock video.
Oh my god, it was so funny.
Through windows and look, my baby girl wants to be on the camera. She's trying to get up so much. Oh, you should go. She's like, yeah. But yeah, like we were saying, I don't even know what we were saying actually.
Peacock, the video.
Yeah, if you
fucking
do
hilarious.
stuff like that though, it's engaging. Like it probably made Peaks uncomfortable, and he was an absolute team guy for doing it.
It's not his style at all.
He probably felt like a fucking idiot doing it, but you know what? It was funny. It got views. We are in the generation of views, clicks, comments, likes.
Nick Kinsman, yes, he can if you come to Basingstoke. What can train you? Look at the fucking shape of this guy.
What's that? If you want to train with me, Peak Fitness personal trainer. By the way, I don't even like training biceps. It's like the worst fucking.
You completely left me hanging. That's all right. You can
do. But in all seriousness, if you do want to train, Peak Fitness personal training. I've not really been a very good advocate right now, but I am drinking gin. It's like I said, 2 pints is if you drink 2.
As Andrew,
1 second. This is a fitness tip right now, and a drunk tip. Depends who you want to be. 2 pints equals about 10 double gin and tonics. So you could have 2 pints and be fat, or you could have 10 double gin and tonics and be hammered, and you've had the same amount of calories. Figure it out, guys. This is how lean. It's not an accident. Like,
so as Andrews, you play with Tonksy and Ron for Bandy. Yes,
fuck Tonksy, by the way.
Yes, I did.
Let's tell a Dean Tonks story on this podcast.
No, I fucking love Tonksy. Absolute beauty.
Right, I'm going to tell you a story right now. No. You got to hear this. So I am playing for the Isle of Wight, right? We are fucking brutal.
I know this story.
We are brutal. Right? We are losing away in Peterborough. And I turn around, I say to the coach, right? I said,
right, leave my scratch cards alone,
it's
guys.
10-0, right? It's 10-0 in Peterborough from minutes ago. The line they put on me in defence, Jason Coles in defense.
Not defense,
They-
defense.
Oh, fuck you, man. Like, this is a grammar guy. I'm straight up elbow. ADHD doesn't give a shit about that. Oof.
Oh,
So
right in the chat.
you really didn't think I was going to do it.
no, I did. Well, I kind of did. That's why,
Yeah,
that's why I moved like that.
So they put me and Jason Coles in defence, 2 forwards, and they had Richie Hargreaves, Norman Pinnington, and Andrew Robinson on the forwards. So you had like 5.
Fucking Robbo's a tough
You had
little
like
tiger.
5 of the tough guys in the league, right? And we are losing 10-0 with a minute to go. Tonksy chucks it behind us, gets a breakaway. He went through his legs.
Top bins.
Oh, by the way, it was fucking sick, right? It was so sick. But we're 10-0 down, and we've just put 5 tough guys on the ice.
At home.
What do you-
At home.
No,
as well.
it wasn't at home. It was in Peterborough.
Oh, I thought
I've
it
never
was
seen
fucking...
anything like what happened. So I jumped Tonksy, and I'm fucking feeding him. The refs and linesmen come in. We had 5 years toughest guys on the ice. Norman's trying to fucking kill him. Wants to kill him. He wants to kill him. The refs go. He literally walked from Peterborough's bench around the arena in his kit to the fucking locker room. He didn't stand for the handshakes. Oh man, like, come on, like, if you're that guy, I love the fact that you went bar down. If you did that at 2-1, I think everyone would suck you off. You do it at 10-0, you're a gloating little prick.
But he was like 16 at the time. Still
No,
okay.
he wasn't. He was a little bit older. But do you
No,
know what
he's
I
still
no,
okay,
wait, I'm not done. Do you know what I love about that? 2 years later, I'm still at the bar in Wetherspoons in Coventry watching the finals. I mean, just on my own, like getting a pint, chilling. Tonksy comes up and goes, "Let me buy that pint," and he apologised. He got it, and what a guy! Great for him, great guy, love him. But I had to tell that story because I've never seen anyone walk around the arena in their kit. He knew that he done fucking bad. This is what we were talking about with the Bracknell situation earlier. You guys see it as pointing to the scoreboard, and oh yeah, the pros just suck it up. This is our passion. You don't come into our rink and fucking point at the scoreboard. Like, guys are gonna be pissed off. Like, you can't do that. You can't do it. And you know what? If shit happens like what happened with Ryan, it went too far. I 100% agree. But if you've got guys that are doing this shit, we didn't have that when we were growing up. So you better believe that like people are not going to be happy. So like, I want to go back to the Sheffield situation again. So who have you actually announced?
So Lewis Bellody's testimonial golf day last week, and he was announced for.
By the way,
that.
Benny, I love you. You're a great kid.
Yeah. So Lewis Bell will be returning, and Ben Morgan at the moment. That's all that's out there just now.
You're just struggling to keep that in now, eh?
Yeah.
But by the way, how much does this fuck your life up? Because you get into it and you're like, I'm just going to start talking. I'm just going to start telling stories. We're obviously not trying to throw Ali under the bus. We don't want to introduce all these players. But by the way, if you could share this and get us, like, I don't know, 300 people watching, I'm pretty sure we could get a player announcement right now. Just saying. It's on you if you really want it. We've only got 21, like. You have to do some push-ups and shit.
I just
like,
want a $5 on a scratch card.
And Bandy just won a $5 on a scratch card when he paid £10 for 2. So yeah, good for him. Fucking dickhead.
I've still got chances. Isn't that right, Scott? You usually do.
Look how like Sky's just opening the show. Look at that. By the way, this gets more followers.
No, he loves you,
Mate,
Scott. You were so
fucking
cute.
video
Yes, you
me
were.
and her at the start, right? Because I just got her. I'm gonna put it on my page.
Oh, who's the best dog? Who's the best dogger?
I'm just going to go back to Sheffield. Obviously, you haven't announced guys, but how many guys have you actually got secured? Because this is what you fans, you don't want a Peterborough. You don't want everyone to go, right, this is your team. Have a fucking nice summer, and we'll see you in September. I imagine you've got 10 guys
We've
locked
got
in.
11 guys.
Wait, off.
Look at that. How
Who's
close
biting?
is that?
Stop.
11
It's
guys.
almost like I know what I'm talking about.
No biting.
11
Stop.
guys, and then obviously, you know, there's
Morgs.
I mean that 11 including Morgs, but you
Okay.
know, there's guys finish the season. Some guys want to talk, other guys want to go Ibiza, other guys
Yeah.
want to
And by the
do
way,
whatever. you know.
owners, don't think that we don't give a fuck as players when we go, like, we don't want to talk to you. We've just sat on buses for the last 9 months.
Oh,
yeah.
we kind of just, we want to be a human being. When your missus goes, do you want to go to Nando's at 6 p.m. on a Saturday? That's all you want to do because it's incredible. You don't get to do it. Hi baby. You're like a superstar, look. Ooh.
Yeah. So I think that's important. Like, we've got some guys that just, some guys just go cold turkey. You don't even hear from them for 3-4 weeks. You struggle to get a hold of them, but you got other guys even during the tail end of the season, start to kind of.
I like to be.
turn off.
I like to be come February.
Off.
I was already.
You knew what you were
Good
doing.
go. Good go.
pretty
Yeah.
much. And everyone would go, "Where are you going next year?" I was like, "Dude, it's on a fucking contract."
Yeah.
Because I'm not being funny. You got in this sport, you're out for number one. You can have a great team, and that does come into your decision. Like the first thing that I ask,
So Sam Bullis says, Bandy, I'm coming for you tomorrow.
Bully,
Bully,
I love
do
you.
Bully, I know you do. Don't burn my beard, Sky. Do you remember that time in Swindon when I jumped on the bench because
And fell over because
oh,
of the shifty hands.
Aldi was going after Slads, and then
Oh, by the way,
and then
props to Ryan Aldridge because that guy he thought Sladder. He's not. Aldi's not even tough. Like he's just crazy. Like he's not even crazy. I don't know what it is.
the bad seatbelt.
He's Swindon.
I
He fought Sladdock.
I was just about to grab.
Everybody.
I was just about to grab Aldi, and 40 gets a stick out. Fucking Aldi gets his stick out and just flips my feet away from me. So I've like left my gloves on the bench, jumped off to fight Aldi. As I'm just about to grab him, 40 just trips me up, and I go flat on my face in front of the entire Swindon home crowd with no gloves on or anything. I get kicked out of the game, not for fighting, for leaving the bench to get into an altercation. And yeah, it was probably the most embarrassing moment of my career.
Can we just give props to Aldi? Like, obviously, I played for Aldi. He's playing tomorrow.
Aldi's a fucking beauty.
That guy jumped up. Aldi's not tough. Let's just have it right. But he is tough. Like, it's two different... It's using the word tough in two different ways. He's not going to kick the shit out of everyone, but he jumped in there against Sladder. He jumped in there against Power. He jumped in there against Pirate. He jumped in there against Pato. He put his fucking body on the line for the Swindon Wildcats like you would not believe. And by the way, everything is a bottle opener, so if you have a lighter and you want to open a bottle, it's just like... Huh? What is it?
No, just... There you go.
No, not in here because Sophie's stabbing in the face.
Right. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm just going for an elongated toilet break.
Yeah, our co-host kind of needs to do our thing. I'd love you guys to get involved a little bit more and just tell us what you want us to talk about. I don't know what Bandy's doing. He's trying to destroy my kitchen right now.
I'm trying to not...
Guys, one thing I would say, it's not out there yet, but it will be the interview with Doltz, the referee. It's much like this one. We're getting angles that we...
I think like we're going to go... when we drop that interview, it's just going to be a straight interview.
Yeah, I think that interview is going to be released alone, purely on our respect factor for the referees. You guys might have seen me over the years tell Klaus to fuck off or whatever it was. It's the heat of the moment because you guarantee that the first guy that most players would go and have a beer with in the bar is a guy like Klaus and a guy like Tomo. What's it like up north? If you got guys that you really like, that are refs that are cool, or are they still struggling a bit up there? Because when I used to play, the bias, I used to hear about it, and you know me, I'm a straight talker.
Yeah.
Some of the times it was fucking brutal.
No, we've got... Again, I think we're starting to see... We've seen quite an eclectic mix of refs from in the north last year, actually. It was probably the year before and definitely EPL days. It was the same kind of group of guys. But yeah, no, this year we've seen a good mix. Like.
If you can't hear that, that's Sky doing fucking somersaults down my stairs. Carry on, sorry, Ali.
Yeah, no. So I mean, yeah, the refs have been. Everything's getting better. I mean, again, you've got other stuff that the referees had to take into consideration this year. There was quite a lot of because of the new rule changes.
Yeah.
I think referees. I think even not just the referees, the players trying to work out the late hit,
icing,
the
late
hit. What is class a late hit?
I think that is the worst rule I've ever seen. Guys, please, as an ex-player and someone that really does.
I heard you talking about.
One second. I do know. I'm not going to be.
I need to get into
1 second. You will get over it. I'm not going to be modest about it. I'm very, very confident in my abilities, more so as an analyst and a coach and that kind of thing. When I watch a game,
finish your hits. If you skated from the fucking far blue line and you're forechecking a guy, finish your hit. Like, that's the way hockey should be played. You're not finishing the hit to injure a guy, but what you're doing is making him think, next time I go to get that puck, that big body wants to run through me, and I didn't like that very much. So chances are I'd turn it over. That's the only thing about hockey I love, right? That it makes you're always accountable, and that's what I love about the sport. And they're kind of taking it out, I think, with this.
Yeah, like, you know, it's meant to be about player safety, but then all stuff happens, and you're a bit like, you know.
Well, we skated tonight, right? And we had, by the way, and I'm going to say it now. We skated last week. It was a bit slow. We didn't have enough guys. The legs were a bit tired. Tonight, we had a bit of a younger crowd. We had some young kids out there tonight.
Holy
Fuck
on wheels.
me, man. These young nippers, man, they can skate, they can wheel. Do you know what they need, guys? And this is down to everybody. Let's get some sponsorship for your local clubs. Let's get some money in there so these boys can get some ice time. I think the ice that we hired tonight is like £200 for an hour. So if you think your junior club's trying to do that, every single time 20 kids step on the ice, it's £10. Let's try and get it where it's fucking £5 an hour. Like, that would be amazing, the amount of extra ice time we could get. What do you think of that up north? I don't understand what the fuck they're doing down here. But they're trying to cripple guys. They're trying to cripple clubs.
Yeah, well, I think, you know.
What's the ice time up in Sheffield for now? Because obviously got 2 pads.
Yeah, I'd probably say, I mean, again, I think a lot of the rinks are working together on top. You know, it's all very clear.
Oh, okay.
What the goal rate is, you know, but you're probably paying somewhere around about 160 or something now.
See, I think when I first started doing my ice hockey camps, 160 I think was Basingstoke's rate. But if they did, I don't know, if I took 20 hours, which I normally did, they were really good. They would sort something. But that means I can get kids on the ice for 20 hours at £150, which means it's a great opportunity. If we could find a way of please bringing our ice time cost down just a tiny bit.
Do you know how much it costs at Ali Pally?
Oh, listen to this, because this makes me fucking so.
So we've got a pretty good deal with them. Like we've had people complain that I'm just gonna sit here, get my belly out of the camera. We've had people that like were involved with the Haringey races, like say, you know, if we had been in entire control of the club, when we had like 900 people there, we would have made a profit of, you know, $7,000 for that one game, which is all good and well. But when it was the races, it ended in a fucking like bad situation with us owing the rink money. So the Huskies turn up, the rink part owns it, so they get all of the ticket money, they get all of the bar spend, but they advertise our tickets on the homepage. And this is NIHL2, right? No one needs to get.
By the way, shout out to Haringey for doing this. The way they've done it is, imagine getting 1,200 fans to watch roller hockey on ice.
Well, like it's fucking like it's mental, like how many fans we get, and then we got a sponsorship deal with. Hold on, one sec.
Where the fuck were these fans for London races? Because
it's the price of the ticket. We
is that what it is? Is that purely what it is? Because you're not. In technical terms, you're not that far. It was a much higher standard. Yeah, Jeremy Cornish like fighting Eric Cairns.
Well, that was when they moved.
I paid my money twice to watch that.
That was when they moved to Lee Valley, but
that's what I'm talking about. So how does that happen where you guys are in such a lower league? You said it about France before.
Yeah.
The tourists don't give a fuck. Do you think you bringing tourists in? What are you doing to bring these?
It's not like tourists like per se, but. Alexander Palace website is a high traffic website because of the gigs they have there.
The gigs.
Yeah, like people like look at the ticket selling websites and then they're like, maybe I could just go direct to Ali Pally. And on the Ali Pally homepage, there is Haringey Huskies ice hockey tickets. And this is a website that gets like 300,000 plus visitors a week.
A week.
Maybe a month. I don't know.
Either way,
it's huge. And like we're
talking like 3.5 million views a year.
Yeah, and we're growing our fan base. Like as an example, like last year, our end of season do, we had all the players there, and we had
Andy got his wiener around, probably swang it around a little bit.
Well, not my wiener, probably just my foreskin.
Everyone tripped over it.
Well, I mean, I can literally suction cup a debit card or driving license. Like that's how big my foreskin is, and like waggle it around and it won't fall off.
Sideways.
I'm not going to do it on camera right now, but like that's a legit true story.
The quickest way to get 4,000 candidates.
Yeah.
By the way, we're over 1,600 fans now, so
boom. But yeah, I mean, I've kind of forgotten. Oh yeah, we had like 3 fans there. Then this year we had like 70 odd, and after our games, we get like
Straight
200-300 in the pub. Like it's awesome,
If you-
and that is purely because
That is
we,
another thing. Like,
we have the link up with the ice rink. So yeah, they get the gate money. This is NIHL 2, right? They get the gate money, they get the bar money, but they pay for all of our games. Our training is subsidised by 75% because
Yeah, we don't.
But that's the
Ali,
thing, guys.
Ali, get this. Do you know how much it would cost just straight up to rent an hour of ice time at Alexandra Palace?
15.
An hour?
An hour.
Yeah.
£375 for an hour at Ali Palace. It's the most expensive ice time in the country, bar arenas that you have to fucking set up. It's the most expensive ice time in the country. So for us to link up with the Palace and be like, yeah, okay, you pay for games, you get the gate money, and then like the subs pay for training at a 75% discount in NAHL 2, I think that's probably the best business model that anyone has.
Yeah.
Other than teams that are in a position to be able to pay players.
Yeah. No, I think you can't be too greedy, can you? You can. Everyone wants more money, you know. Like we talk about this a lot. I mean, again, going back to the thing, like with an elite league team over the road from us, we've got to be really careful what we do in terms of pricing because we kind of feel like we can't go any higher because we're compared compared to elite league hockey, straight away, and we're not trying to be elite league hockey or sell ourselves as that. They're two different models completely, So yeah, I think exactly what you're doing. Like if I was playing an NIHL 2 with a team or running an NIHL 2 team and we'd over 300 people and you personally I think you'd chuff to bits, So I think.
But on a serious note, I think our average crowds were plus 600.
Yeah.
Average.
But just phenomenal.
NIHL 2.
And that's again, that's bigger than a lot of the some of the teams we were playing against. I mean, fans were picking and choosing games last year, like
but also our fans were paying £6 a ticket.
Yeah.
And it's boosted as the local team, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's like even if we got blown out by a team that was able to pay players,
yeah,
then we go to the pub and they'd all be there. It's just like we don't care. Like it's just a fun day out.
Yeah.
And we're slowly growing our fan base that's purely based on it being a fun day out.
Sure.
And like a lot of the time they don't really care that if we win or lose.
Yeah, I think with that back EPL days with the Steeldogs, we were always the 8th, 9th, 10th place team. And I think a lot of speaking to our fans are very much about as long as we're playing hard, that's the main thing they're bothered about.
Yeah, as long as you put the fucking effort in, right?
They as long as I mean that's the thing we've always this kind of made in Sheffield motto with the Sheffield based lads, and I think our fans have been really quite happy as long as we've put the effort in.
And it's a good motto, and that's how like teams should be and should grow.
Yeah.
That there should be a good system in place with, like, in the ideal world, at Haringey we'd have the juniors, so like under 11s or whatever to under 17s now.
Yeah.
And then we'd have the Huskies or in NHL 2, and then ideally someone like League Above and then League Above, so they can progress through.
Yeah.
But it's about finding ice time and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
I think that's now the problem in so many rinks as well. Those the ice time nowadays, like that's one of the toughest things,
Yeah.
Can we just talk a little bit before we go any more about Ali and the great Sheffield boys? Right. Minimum price, guys. We want to talk about this tomorrow. So the jerseys, these fucking absolute beautiful jerseys, they're going to start at £50. If we're going to put a post on the morning,
which is the same as the owner loan.
No, it's not. £45 for the owner loan. We're just chucking it up a little bit. We're starting on 50. Nice round number. It's going to make our life easier. In the bar, guys, if you want to hang out with the boys, let's make this auction fairly quick. So we're going to allow maybe 40 minutes to do 20 shirts.
MC Bandy, I'm going to be like, 45, 50, 55.
Guys,
you 50. I say 50 in the back. 70, 80, 70, 1,200. So
It's like having Ryan back. But literally, we're going to go up in £5 bids. And what I was going to say is tomorrow morning, we're going to put a post out. If you do want to put a bid on a jersey and you're not going to be there, if you send us a DM, we will have your final price. If no one on the floor meets that price, we are going to go up in 5. We'll be honest, guys. So if you say £100 and the shirt's £50, we'll put it up £5 for you and you can have the shirt.
we're going to be pretty fair about it. But
We're
we need
also
to
not
know
gonna be
come
like-
game time.
We're also like, if there's a bidding thing and someone says 95, and we say no, it's overbid, and they're like 100, that's my max. Okay, cool. And then we'll close the bid,
Yeah,
and then your online bid or whatever will then be like 105. We're not gonna play your offline bid or online bid against the others just to make more money. Like we get that you're in a position where you can't be there, you want to be there, you want the jersey. We're not gonna be dicks about it,
And
basically.
the thing is, guys, we're not like that. So we want everyone to have a good time. We want the charity to raise some money. We want all of these jerseys to be sold because let's face it, guys.
Ollie Stone is still available.
Guys, Ollie Stone's own and loan. Please buy it. If not, we'll auction it tomorrow. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, we'll
The
just
kid's a fucking good player and he's a stud. And he's coming up. He's one of my Southwest boys. Well,
He's an absolute weapon.
more for you for not buying the fucking kid's jersey.
He's a fucking weapon.
He's a stud. But listen, he was a late announcement, so I get it. If he was announced earlier, I know his shirt would have gone. It's one of those things that happens in this situation. But we've been going for like an hour and 30 here. We're going to try and wrap it up in the next 4 or 5 minutes. We just want to get a couple more questions. If you look how good that C is on that jersey, by the way.
It's like identical to how it actually is. And also this logo.
Right, let's have a look at our sponsors once more.
Oh yeah.
If I can
Power-
get Andy's fucking wine and my beer out of the way.
Paradigm Global.
Can you say that out loud?
I did.
Look,
Paradigm Global.
fantastic sponsors, absolute beauty.
Jockey, thank you so much for organising that.
Yeah, thanks to Paragon. No, you don't want any recognition. Facebook Live, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, me and you kept secret. Good job. Good job, man. We had it. Well, yeah, it's fucking weapon.
Sorry, Jockey.
But yeah, guys, tomorrow night we are doing it for the. Everyone's there for the same reason.
Jamie McElroy has a question. Spit it out then, you frog muncher.
Shut up, you frog pussy.
Frog pussy!
I want that chick from Slapshot to just throat punch you.
I've got a question. Can you shut her down? Shut the fuck up, mate. At least we're here.
Yeah, Mac, where are you? Look
Don't-
at Google, we need. Look at
Ian
Google.
Baker, does David Heath have a jersey?
No.
Sorry.
It's McElroy's second jersey because the other one's getting sent to Belgium. But hey, it's going to be worn by Heathy. You can still smell his sweat. And if you ask him nicely, he might do the old finger on the bottle trick and let you smell his arsehole. So it could be great.
Pooey.
Woo!
Oh, smells
Not
fine.
Pooey.
Pooey. It smells fine.
That's why we love David Heath. And I think that's why you guys like our podcast. We are just what we are. We're not trying to impress anybody. We're just having fun. So that's all we want for everybody tomorrow, including the players, fans, families, little kids.
As Andrews, where's Armour? Is he alive?
I reckon he's probably putting a cage up somewhere, putting people in it.
Yeah. Not sure.
We're not sure. Like it's on a hiatus from life.
Yeah, I think so basically we're probably going to move Armour into a position of whenever he wants to come on, he can come on. The doors are always open.
He is what we would call a guest host now, seeing as he's done 1 of 15 episodes. But he did say to us right off the bat that he doesn't know it's coming into summer. Guys, when most of us are self-employed, obviously Mac's in the forces, but we're self-employed. So when the work
Army.
when the work,
Mac is definitely in the army.
Mac's like putting paper airplanes together and like saving the world. And like look, they let him.
He can't
after the weapons or something.
He can't even use a computer, but he can make a fucking great paper airplane.
Yeah, he can make a grenade that would fucking separate the village.
And
he
he's messaged us.
he can't work Google Drive, and now he wants to come on and chirp us the whole time.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah, fuck you, man. But by the way, the more I've got this jersey on, the more excited I am for tomorrow. I hope you guys are really excited. We're going to have to ask Ali like maybe 1 or 2 more questions because we've been
Absolutely. Like, how often do we get a team owner who is as open and honest as Ali on the pod right now?
You're Scottish, bro. You got this. He's Scottish, mate.
Straight up, if we had any other team owner in the league and we
panic.
said, honestly, tell us how much do you spend on players per week?
To be like,
I put 50 quid down that will go to charity. Any other team owner listening to this, if you open up and tell us your weekly budget, I will give 50 quid to charity.
By the way, we already know your budget, so we just
No.
But I know all year.
Like
the Swindon is spending, you guys are spending.
Like the point I'm making is, if anyone is willing to come public, like Ali Cree did about their budget of 1,700 a week, if anyone else is willing to come public about that, in the how many teams are there in Shell? 8,
10.
10.
Okay, up to a maximum of 4 teams. If they come clean on our pod and come as a guest and talk about it, I will give 50 quid to charity.
Move your ass. Look at this. Still available. Move back in. That's going to put more.
So that could potentially be £200 for charity just for coming on and opening up about your budget.
Yeah.
There's a chance. There's a chance, and this is out of my personal pocket.
It's a big pocket. Guys, the thing is...
It is pretty deep, to be fair.
Yeah, he just tripped on it on the way into fucking Asda. But in all seriousness, though, like we talked about it, Ali brought it up earlier, and I think it's a fantastic point. Guys, please get behind our national team. We are not expected to do fuck all. We know that. But share a tweet. Share something. Fucking get into the BBC. Start giving it to these pricks. Like
when
they
you
haven't even mentioned the fact that we are going to play against Canada and a fucking America next week. But they mentioned a 15-year-old gymnast who did a backflip. Like, come on, let's go here. Let's start pressing.
Every time you see something to do with GB, like you might like it,
share
it as well. Because if you like and share, then it'll appear in someone else's feed, and it will just grow and grow and grow.
Guys, you know what?
I have to be honest.
I'm a black guy team. Like I'm team black, but I think out of the 4, I don't know what it is. Don't know if it's the Isle of Wight nostalgia. I don't know if it's the Whiting Raiders colours. I don't know what it is, but this is
I'm
beautiful.
I'm not normally a fan of white jerseys, but that is.
This prick was trying to get me to go to get a pink jersey. I was like, yeah, that goes really well with the podcast colours, pink, red. Yeah,
I would want pink.
This is London fashion. We don't get this in Basel.
But also, like, the logo just ties in so well.
Let's finish this up, so I want to eat.
Yeah.
And get drunk. Guys, we're going to finish up here. It's been fantastic having you. We've been live. We've been 4,000 and counting. Check us out on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Come see the game tomorrow.
Come to the game tomorrow. It's £10. Like, come on. It's like fucking 2 beers in the Harvester or the Beefeater, let alone a good place. That's like 1 gin and tonic. Come down.
£10 in London. That's
£10 is a single gin and tonic and a finger in the ass.
It's
like,
not even
just
that.
Come down.
You know you get the finger in the ass.
Have a good time. Like, we love you guys. We love you for tuning in. We love you for sharing stuff. We do appreciate it. It's massive, massive, massive. The fact that we've been going for just such a short time, and we have such a good
16 weeks now.
We've been not even like we did a double episode. So actually, we've been doing 14 weeks. We get as a clusterfuck, but look at us. We don't care. You don't care. Nobody cares. We're having a good time. You're having a good time.
It's fun. It's fun for everyone.
It's fun. Like, we're not trying to.
Also, Ali, fantastic to have.
Like, amazing.
Amazing.
Thanks for having me.
That's also,
guys. If
that's also like just so open as well. Like,
so
I fucking love that.
Like, it's literally probably my favorite interview to date, and we've interviewed some great guys. And this is what happens, Ryan, when we do a fucking interview live and you don't be a cretin. Just note for next time. So obviously my brother was like bench pressing the table, and
Ian Baker says, "Will Nicky and Adam Greeny go toe to toe tomorrow night? I would pay good money to see that."
Well, get your fucking zeros out, buddy, because I'm in. Great at your pussy. Let's fucking have it. How much this guy talking? Like, we could. We can have
Ian Baker, what kind of money are we talking? Right. Ian, so first things first.
Ian,
buy your ticket.
£1,000 into charity. Me and Greener will go toe to toe tomorrow. I promise you.
Like proper toe.
But if you're gonna do that, I'm gonna stop drinking fucking gin and get off the PKs right now.
You just knocked the light out.
Oh, well, it doesn't work anyway. Yeah, if you want me to fight Greener, I'm sure Greener will do it because he's tough as shit, dude. You basically, if you want me to get beaten up for £1,000 tomorrow,
Ian Baker says, "Top boys, see you there." So Ian Baker,
no, wait there.
Can you confirm?
Put your fucking grand up, boy. I'll scrap Greener.
Ian Baker, can you confirm that you're putting your fucking grand up?
Put the grand up.
They will have like a full blown, not like a fucking charity game.
Wait there.
Chat. If you put a grand up, they will have a full-blown Donnybrook. He's getting Green on the phone right now to confirm this.
Wait, mate, if you put a grand up, we'll do it. Green will definitely do it. He'll do it for fucking 25 quid, the prick. Well, I want more money than that.
Right, Ian, you haven't responded yet.
Pressure's on. Neither's Adam. Right, Greener, we were doing this Facebook Live, yeah?
Jordan Towsley says, I'll give £10
Someone's
here.
saying they're going to pay a grand if me and you go toe-to-toe.
They haven't said a grand. We've just put a grand.
Well,
on
we
that.
put a grand up. Me and you, toe-to-toe. You in? I don't know. Fuck, some guy was we're trying to get a grand out of it. He was like, would Adam Greener and Nicky Watt have a fight?
Jamie
like,
McElroy says,
I was
I'll
like,
put
well,
a grand up
if
now
they
if
put
you
a
go
fucking-
offline.
If they put a grand up, we'll do it.
Jamie says that he'll put a grand up now.
Right, no, Ian Bacon. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Oh, everyone loves him, mate. Oh, mate, that's why we do a podcast for like 2 hours. I don't need that. We went to do an interview and I don't even know what's happening in my life. Right, Adam, I'm going to call you back. Right, see you in a bit. He's on. Right, guys, 4,000 counting out. We need to eat some food and be some human beings. We need to be ready for tomorrow. Yeah. See you there.
Yeah.
Woo.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks
we
for
love you all.
watching, and I hate my life. I can't work the fucking computer.
Save.
That one?
Hold on.
I can't fucking read that.
If you
I don't know.
end the live video now, you choose to
It's
leave
the
it.
opposite way around. Let's see some